Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, So Much to Wear. I'm Nikki and I do videos about creating and selling recycled fashion. That means doing DIYs to do thrift flips or just finding stuff at the thrift store, maybe even selling it online for a profit. Today is a super exciting day for me. The thrift stores here in Southeast Louisiana have reopened. I haven't been thrifting for more than 2 months. So I'm excited to go and see what's in there and take you along with me. I know some places haven't opened up yet. I wanted to show you guys what's different here than before. And I also want to see what's in there because the donation sites have been open the entire 2 months. So I'm just like, they have to be overloaded with things. I hope it's a treasure trove. I'll let you know. I'm going to mask up, put my hand sanitizer on, and we'll go in. Why is it open? It's not 10 o'clock yet and people are going in. Ooh. So, I'm back. That was interesting. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a glorious, just super fun time for me, but honestly, it was kind of concerning. After reading online about some of the other states that had opened, I assumed that it would be like a totally different shopping experience. I know some people posted online that their Goodwills actually like made arrows, so people had to go a certain way down the aisles, that there was only so many people allowed in. Well, here in southeastern Louisiana, there is not any of that. There's really not much that's changed at all. One other thing that was crazy was the line. I'm not used to standing in line that long at a Goodwill. They were keeping things moving, but it was a long line, and just like the rest of the theme here, people were not staying 6 feet away. On a lighter note, I did find a lot of good stuff in there. A couple Lily Poulter pizzas, some Lululemon, some Lovers and Friends. It's the first time I've ever found that brand. Rebecca Taylor dress. Yeah, a lot of good pieces. So I'm excited to see what else I can find so that I can continue with my profession and continue making money, because like I said, this is the reason I'm here. I understand going to Goodwill right now is a risk, but I do need to continue making money to pay my bills. So it is day 2 of opening weekend at Goodwill in my area, and check it out, I got a nice little banner up at this Goodwill. So yesterday I showed up an hour late by mistake. Today I showed up an hour early by mistake. So sounds about right. So we'll see how many people are in this one, if they do anything special for social distancing. Really close to the city of New Orleans, so I think that they will. And hopefully we'll find some good stuff. I still have about 30 minutes to wait outside here, so I'm going to sit, manifest finding some awesome stuff inside Goodwill. And back here at home, I finally got the stuff organized and cleaned. The first thing I did was bring everything in and go straight to the washing machine after leaving the stuff in the back seat for a day, hopefully to kill off any potential germs. So I just wanted to show you some of the things that I found. I think I found a lot of great stuff, a lot of different kinds of stuff, some quick flips, and then also some more expensive items. This is from 4 different Goodwills that I went to, so let's get started and see everything that I got. One of the things I was able to find in the rack of dresses is this Zara pleated black jumpsuit. It's got long legs. It's got kind of like that faux wrap neckline with a little snap closure, which I always love because these things, you know, give you a little safety net. You know what I'm talking about. I also found another Zara piece at that same Goodwill. This is kind of like a velvety V-neck peplum top. It has a side zipper. Now this, if we're talking about just like retail price, this is the most expensive thing I found. And I'm really excited to see how it's gonna do. This is a Rebecca Taylor off the shoulder dress. This is one of the pieces that I have already looked up on the internet to see what it's worth. This is an $800 dress. This is an $800 dress that I bought for $6. Seriously. And this is, from what I could tell too, there was tons and tons of pictures of people wearing this dress. So at the time, it was released in 2016, not too long ago. I mean, this was a huge blogger favorite. This is in the print Lemon. I am noticing while I'm looking at it right now, didn't see this before, but we'll figure it out. There is a flaw. There is like a stain. So I do a lot of rehabbing, especially shoes. I haven't done a ton with stains. So if you have any suggestions for me, let me know. I'm going to do some research because like I said, this is an $800 dress. So it's definitely something that I'm willing to put a little bit of time into rehabbing.
All right, almost ready.
You just want to be on the video.
No, where's even the camera? Oh.
If you've been watching my channel at all, you know that I'm obsessed with tie-dyeing. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. One of the pieces that I did find, first Goodwill I went to, was this Lily Poulter white strapless dress. Now, normally this isn't something that I would pick up just because the strapless Lily Poulters I don't think do as well as her other dresses, and it is very plain. But it does have some very interesting like details right here where it's kind of like a floral cutout type of thing. I think that this with some like an ice tie-dye technique will look really cool. If you haven't heard of that, I do have a whole tutorial about how to do it on my channel. I'll put the link at the bottom and probably try to pop it up on the corner. It's a really easy technique just to make things look very abstract and very pretty. And I think using bright colors, like bright lily colors on this, will look really cool. And I don't know, it's just something I want to play around with. I'm trying to collect white pieces to continue doing this because I have sold quite a few items that I have upcycled with dye. My strategy in the thrift store is to look for brands that already have a lot of exposure. That way when I'm putting it online, it's not like I'm just throwing out like, oh, look at this random t-shirt that I dyed. It's something that is going to be popping up in people's feeds when they're looking for Lily Poulter dresses, for instance. So more people will see it and hopefully that will bring me a quicker sale, more exposure. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to get to work with my ice dye with this. This is a Lulu's off the shoulder little kind of paisley dress. I'm hoping that this one will be more of a quick flip. Really excited about this next piece. So I've never actually found this brand before. I've seen people talk about it, but it is the brand Lovers and Friends. Really excited that this is one of the pieces that I found. Talking about athletic wear, one of the brands that I had not really been buying much of in the past that I am going to experiment with a little bit more again this summer is Nike. The reason I'm doing this is because I did get a free haul of clothes about a month ago during quarantine. I asked people if they had any clothes they wanted to donate and if I could come do a no contact porch pickup. I did that and I did get a few Nike pieces. Every single one of those pieces sold either the same day I posted it or like 2 or 3 days later. And yeah, it wasn't like for a lot of money, but it was enough money that I can definitely justify spending this money in the thrift store and still make $10. And if I can post something and have it sell literally in an hour later and make $10 from that, I'm gonna do it because that's my business model. So I think that while I'm looking, I might as well pick up some of these items that don't have as high a value, but I know will sell really quickly because that will make up for the time that I've spent where I'm not finding an $800 dress because obviously it doesn't happen all of the time. But that way I'm still picking up something that I can make my money on. This has got like a really cool print for summer. It's like a kind of like, reminds me of a swimming pool. It's almost like tie-dye, but also swimming pool-like. And here is the reason that I definitely decided to pick this one up. It is a size extra large. So what I have learned is when I do have Nike and I have Nike in the bigger sizes, that's when it like really, really flies out of my closet. This is another luxury athletic wear brand, Alo. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's a competitor of Lululemon and Athleta. What I'm really excited to see how this does, because these are, I believe they're high-waisted, because they have a pretty good rise right here, size small. The print is really cool, and this is something where I'm like, I almost want to keep these. It's like a forest, like a distressed wood print. How cool is that? Like, it's just so like outdoorsy and natural. I think people that like going on hikes, like being outside, this is for them. So these are in great condition. I don't see any flaws. Really love this find. And if you didn't know, this is the Fabletics logo. It's just kind of like this wavy F. Very important to know this one because a lot of their pieces don't have tags, similar to Lululemon. So like in this case, it's a little different because it says Motion 365 by Fabletics. I've never sold this specific style of legging, so I'm excited to see if it sells for more than the others because it does have kind of like, you know, it's got a different kind of cut on the back. This is like the weightlifting, really strong girl cut, I think, which is awesome, but this definitely is a little bit different than your typical legging. Okay, my favorite place to look after shoes and activewear right now is shorts because a lot of people are looking for shorts. And I did find some good shorts this weekend. So these are a pair of Levi's 501. This is one of the most sought after styles from Levi's. They're a nice like darker wash. They do have that distressing. These I'm keeping. These are a pair of Levi's, but they're juniors Levi's. And I don't know if this was like somebody's DIY project at home, but they did like a bleach dip in them. I tried these on already, and all I need to do is, I'm gonna distress them more because they're a little bit too long for me, but they fit really well otherwise. What's gonna really make these look great is just cutting these, do a little fray. I'm going to do a whole upcycling denim video later this week. So also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, definitely hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that. I'm gonna do a lot of different things. We're gonna do a little bit of bleaching, a little bit of embroidery, making some men's jeans into women's cutoffs. So stay tuned for that. I also found, talking about my tie-dye addiction, I also found 2 of these Levi's white solid t-shirts. So I'm definitely gonna do some ice dyeing action with these. Once again, the reason that I picked these up, they were just $2. With my upcycles, personally, I really want to only do projects with repurposed secondhand items to keep them out of the landfill. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to go buy new shirts and then dye them, because there's so many white things that are in the thrift store that might have like minor stains or minor flaws that are gonna go to the landfill unless you fix them up, and you can easily fix them up with dye. So for me, all of my upcycled products, all of my tie-dye products, once again, are secondhand pieces that were probably gonna go to the landfill that are now not going to. So here's one example. This is a Levi's t-shirt. It's really comfortable cotton, which I really like. It's got like just like a tiny little logo on there. But what I think is going to be great with this is once I dye it, I'll be able to list it as Levi's, which will give it a little bit more brand exposure than if I had just tie-dyed a white shirt that was maybe Hanes or something like that. Here is the only Lululemon that I found in my 4 Goodwills. It's a tank top, which I'm kind of picky about tank tops nowadays, but the reason that I decided to invest in this one is because it's not just any old tank. It's got a little tie at the bottom here, so that's really cute. Some people would probably laugh with what I'm gonna hold up, but I'm actually really excited about this pair of shoes. These are Crocs, but they're yes, Crocs. And I do look for Crocs, especially Crocs like this. I'm not really interested in like the hospital Crocs. I'm talking about the fashion Crocs. So these are Cork Wedges, this like kind of like leather material. They look very new, but they do have like that Croc comfort level. That's gonna make these shoes a lot more wearable than other shoes for people. And for that reason, they're gonna be willing to spend more money on them. The retail price for Crocs is not that high, but I have found that I have always been able to sell them quick. They're kind of like a Nike for me. They're a quick flip and people will spend some money on them, and I can find them pretty easily. Getting the labels, the Sharpie off the bottom of these was quite a struggle. If you aren't following me on Instagram, hop over there when you're done watching this video, and I'm going to show you, because I had to use 3 different things to get them off of the rubber. Sharpie on rubber does leave a stain, and you have to do something really special to get them off. So once again, go over to my Instagram. I'll tell you all about how you do that. Another brand that I love to sell Toms, and I love to sell Tom sandals too. So these are really cute, really simple, but very classic. Another case of, I don't know that anybody really ever wore these. I do need to I try to wash this off a little bit, but I'm gonna try a little bit harder, I guess. Yeah, very little wear on the bottom. These are cute. So I found these Steve Maddens, which aren't worth like a ton of money, but they're another quick flip for me. And these are cute. They're kind of like a rhinestone cross, and then they're platforms. They're like these platform espadrilles, which are really in right now. So I'm excited about these. Really nice, expensive shoes that are made for little feet. I wish I had seen this. These are super cute. They're like this like snake print espadrille from Stuart Weitzman. A little bit of like a platform with some twine there, but they're size 5.5. What was I thinking? Ugh. So, I mean, they're very well-made shoes. Look, there's even like a little Stuart Weitzman logo on the back. And I know these are worth a couple $100s, but is somebody going to find my closet that has size 5.5 feet? I hope so. Thank you guys very much for coming with me on this journey. I was so excited to go back to the thrift store after not doing any shopping for 2 months. So I'm glad that you guys are with me, and I'm glad with everything I got, and I will be updating you in the next couple of months on my Instagram and here on my YouTube channel about how much money I was able to make from this $200 investment. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, if you want to follow along with the DIY projects that I do to some of the things I find in the thrift store and then sell for a profit, definitely hit the subscribe button and join in on the fun here at So Much to Wear. I want everyone to always remember that there is so much to wear. You do not need to buy new clothes to look great. There's so much that's already out there, so we can all do our part to help reduce clothing waste. Thanks for watching.